Welcome to the fourth episode of Kenyon Athletics, Gambier Beyond. With competition on hold for the moment, we thought you'd want to hear what your favorite student athletes are up to. My name is Jordy Fee-Platt, and I'll be your host this fall. Each week, I'll be interviewing two players from one of the Kenyon fall sports teams, one underclassman currently on campus, and one upperclassman studying remotely. This week, I will be talking to two members of the men's soccer team. Luke Muther is a junior from Concord, New Hampshire. Muther started 21 of 23 games last season for the Lords, playing a key role on the wing throughout the season. As a freshman, he appeared in 22 of 23 games, starting 9 of them. Luke, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much.
Nardiello-Smith is a sophomore from nearby Columbus, Ohio. In just 9 appearances as a freshman, the midfielder recorded 4 goals and 2 assists. On October 5th, Nardiello-Smith recorded a goal and 2 assists, propelling his team to a win against Wittenberg. Mac, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
And I'll start with you, Luke. Where are you studying remotely this fall? Are you living with some teammates or friends?
Yeah, I'm up in Wolfboro, New Hampshire right now, and I'm living with a fellow teammate, Ian McInturf, the goalie of our team.
And how's that been going?
It's been really fun. We've been having a good time together. We also actually in town, Gunnar Found lives here, who graduated this past year, and he was also on the team.
Awesome. Yeah. And what do you think the positives are of this unique situation? Obviously, there's a lot of difficulties not being on campus, but how are you, making the most of certain aspects of this type of college experience?
Well, right now I'm actually taking a gap semester, so I'm not studying at all. And I've been working, which has been keeping me busy. And then I think the benefit of that is that I'll graduate a semester late and then be able to play in another season then.
Gotcha.
And I think it's just been a good period to kind of be on my own and just kind of learn about the real world a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what sort of workouts have you been doing to stay in shape?
So me and Ian will usually do some sort of thing every day. We don't always have time to go actually play soccer. Sorry about that.
No worries.
And we don't have access to a gym or a lot of equipment, but we have some resistance bands and agility ladder, and we've been doing a lot of jump rope, solid cardio workout, and then just of course just going on runs and stuff.
Awesome. Yeah.
We've been trying to make the most of what we can.
For sure. Yeah. And Mac, how have practices been going on campus? I know you guys are in phase 2 now, but how have you guys been managing the different circumstances?
Yeah, we actually moved to phase 3 earlier this week.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, it's been totally bizarre, especially from the start. Phase 1 and phase 2 were not exactly, the type of soccer that most soccer players enjoy, right? Because we couldn't even pass in phase 1, so we're essentially just doing individual work, dribbling back and forth, running back and forth. Not exactly ideal soccer. But then phase 2, we got, we were able to start passing the ball and such. And getting into phase 3, it's all been definitely irregular, not normal, but it's nice. It's definitely nice to just be out there with the guys, and with the team and out on the field.
Definitely. What's the biggest change into phase 3 that you've noticed that's really been nice?
Well, I mean, so phase 3, we're able to actually be in contact with each other. So we're playing small sided games and all that. So it's much more realistic. It's much more like a real practice. And even though, half of our team isn't here, members of Luke's class, in the class above them, it's still able to kind of replicate what would be more like a regular season practice.
Got it. Yeah, definitely. And this is for both of you. How are you keeping in contact as a team, sort of maintaining that sense of unity with some of you on campus and some of you in other places around the country?
Sure. So we have a couple of team group chats, right?
Yeah.
And they're lighting up all the time.
Big time.
Nice. Yeah.
And then of course
we have such a big team, so
Right.
And of course we talk individually to other guys as well. as the group chats. Just try to stay connected as best as possible.
For sure. Yeah, it's never going to be ideal, but that's
Yeah.
that's great that you have the group chats going. And then you gave me sort of an update about what you're doing other than online classes. But what sort of work are you doing when you're since you're not taking classes?
I'm currently working as a landscaper for a company here in town.
Cool. Okay.
It's all right.
What kind of stuff are you doing for them?
A lot of like property maintenance. So, that's just kind of like your basic mowing lawns and whatnot. And then
Yep.
other times we have like bigger projects. Like we recently had to remove a bunch of trees from this property and like cut them all up, split them up into like
Wow.
firewood.
Okay.
Yeah, it varies a lot, but
difficult stuff. Okay.
yeah.
And what's the best part of being on campus right now, Mike? I know it's not great, but what are you what is bringing you joy on campus?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's certainly not the ideal, college situation, but I think just like in general, being on campus back, home at Kenyon with, seeing people eating in Pierce, walking to class, like just kind of making it feel somewhat regular as opposed to, being at home fully online is definitely comforting and nice. And of course, so I'm a sophomore, right? But I have a I have a dingle and an MTA, so
Yeah,
I've got a bigger room than I've ever had my entire life.
That's
I mean,
messed up.
yeah. No, there are benefits for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. And then what are you both looking forward to seeing with the team when season does return? Sort of what areas you think will improve the most from last season?
Well, because we only graduated like so few guys, and now we're gonna have even more, I guess, with like basically like 2 freshman classes once we like actually have a real season.
Right.
I think we'll have like a very talented team. We already do, and we certainly have the talent to like be a good side and like nationally ranked side. Um, I'm just really excited to get back with the guys, and I feel like as long as I think it'll be tough at first, kind of the chemistry, because there'll be so many new faces and such.
Yeah.
But once we get through that, I think we'll be a really good team.
Yeah, I agree. I think just being all separated for this much time, I think when we're all back together, we're just gonna go crazy, and we're gonna have a really good team. Because I like Luke said, I like the talent right now is we definitely have a side that can compete for a national championship. So we're gonna hopefully live up to something close to that at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing it. We'll really enjoy seeing you guys playing again. All right, we're going to transition into some trivia, and this will be individual trivia at first. The first section, 4 total questions on Kenyon athletics history, and each question is worth 1 point each. Mac, I will start with you.
Yeah.
Among the field players of the Lords 2019 team, who was the team leader in minutes? A, Shane Bruneau, B, Scott Upton, C, Gunnar Found, or D, Sam Hosmer-Quint?
Sam Hosmer-Quint.
That is correct. Nice work. All right. First question is done. 1-0 to Mac. And now, Luke, how many times has the Kenyon men's soccer team appeared in the NCAA tournament? A, 10, B, 12, C, 16, or D, 21?
I'm gonna go with 16.
That is correct.
Oh,
nice.
let's
All
go.
right. 2 for 2. Mac, third question. When's the last time a Kenyon athletics team won the national championship? And I think we can all guess which team that was, but the key is guessing what year it happened.
Yeah.
A, 2008, B, 2012, C, 2015, or D, 2018?
2015.
Yes. Nice. Nice. Great start. I don't think anyone has gone 3 for 3.
That was a full-on one out of 4 odds right
work.
there.
Yeah. Very, very nice job. Okay. And this, well, we'll see. Is the last question, Luke. What was the final score of your NCAA tournament second round game against the University of Rochester? A, 2-1, B, 1-0, C, 3-2, or D, 2-0?
Oh man. It's got to be 2-1.
Yes. All right.
knew it.
4
I
for
knew
4.
it.
I don't have a tiebreaker, so you guys are just going to have to share the title on that one.
I'll
Great work.
accept
All right. We're going to do some group trivia now. You guys are working together on this one. There'll be 3 questions about your sport as a whole, which in your case is, of course, men's soccer, and each question will be worth 1 point. And your score will be stacked up against the other fall sports teams. We had a couple 2 out of 3s and 1 3 out of 3, so you'll have to match that. Who lost to the eventual champions Bayern Munich in the semifinal round of last season's UEFA Champions League?
Do you mean last season is the one
Semifinal round. The
finished?
delayed season. Yeah,
Okay. Who lost to Bayern Munich?
in the semifinals.
Dang.
Look,
They
I've
played.
got no
They
idea.
played PSG in the final. I know that.
Yep.
Another French team. I'm giving you a big hint.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was Lyon then.
Yes, that is correct.
Let's go.
All right, no more hints for you, but I'm giving you that one.
I don't know if I would have got that one.
Which nation has the most World Cup titles all time?
What are we thinking? Like Brazil?
I'm thinking Brazil as well.
Yes, correct.
Sweet.
Nice. Okay, and then really think about this last question. Who won last season's, this 2020 delayed season, who won last season's Ballon d'Or?
What?
Think about it. Just think about it.
Wait, I think it got canceled this year.
Yes.
Yes, that
Last
was a
job.
trick question.
Yes, I said
got
think
canceled.
about
No,
it.
cancel. It got canceled.
I'm saying last year's Messi, it got canceled. So,
Yeah, you got it. I gave it to you. I gave you so much there, but 3 out of 3. Nice job. That's all for the podcast. Thank you so much to everyone for listening, and we'll see you next week.